Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to see whether we're able to achieve our private pilot's license in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. But as always, when Grandpa takes the controls, not everything always goes 100% according to plan. Let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get our PPL.
There's a laptop.
Let's try it at least.
All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
I only had a look at one or two. Let's just try taking the exam and see if our preparation was worthwhile.
It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Okay, so part of the 2024 features is the walk around and removing all of these items. And although I think it's nice, I can see it's going to be a little bit tiresome if it's compulsory before every flight. There's my instructor. Time to start the engines.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings, and you'll be fine. Now, show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
So, okay. Let's try and give her the best that we've
Cessna
got.
Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar ready to taxi departure to the east with Alpha.
Traffic pattern.
Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar taxi to and hold short of runway 2 for using taxiway Delta Echo. Contact tower on 121.9er when ready.
Taxiing, hold short runway 2 for via taxiway Delta Echo Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar.
Alright, let's get underway. Start our taxi. It's a little bit tight here, but that should be okay, right? No problems. Oh my god. Seriously? There we go. Well, that's alright. We'll just get a new plane. Fortunately, there's a hangar full of 172s. I'm certain that it won't affect my qualifications. Let's try this again. This time we'll try to avoid crashing into the building. And avoid dissecting people as we go along. So you'll see throughout this exercise I'm having some difficulty with my rudder pedals. Need to have biceps like Arnold Schwarzenegger in order to be able to turn the plane. Either I need to adjust my rudder pedals themselves, or I need to adjust the sensitivities for them, I guess. It's a long, long way to taxi out to the active. I'm almost exhausted by the time I get there. So for those of you that have been following our adventures thus far, we did a lot of preparatory work in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in order to try to prepare for the release of 2024. Now that it's here, we're going to try to do our certification without going through all of the training lessons for the private pilot's license, and see if all of our preparatory work was worthwhile. I have made some adjustments to the sensitivities on my yoke to try to make it a little easier to use the elevators without them jerking up and down like they were previously. We'll see whether it has benefited us shortly.
Camden Tower Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar ready at runway 24 departure to the east.
And at this stage,
Cessna Victor Hotel.
my
Golf
engine cut
Juliet
out.
Oscar QNH 10113 east departure approved.
In
Clear
real
for
life, I
takeoff
don't
runway
think I'd be
24.
too confident in taking off if my engine cut out when it was at idle.
Clear for
But that's
takeoff,
okay.
runway
Here in the
24
simulator,
Cessna Golf
we'll just start it
Juliet
up again.
Oscar.
We should be fine. Have to use lots of differential braking in order to be able to turn the aircraft in any reasonable manner. I'm not quite sure why we had to go to the end of the runway to take off in a Cessna 172, even on relatively short runways. There should have been a comfortable takeoff distance available to us But don't argue with your instructor. Alrighty then, we're lined up with the runway. Let's apply full power and get it going. One final check before we leave. It's now or never. Okay, we're going to try to climb out around about 75 knots. The clicking that you hear is me adjusting the trim.
Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar continue for east departure.
Trying to maintain 75 knots climb.
Camden Tower Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar continue for east departure.
And we need to climb up to 1,200 feet. Once we reach 1,200, we should maintain that through the downwind leg. Turning to downwind, I should have looked around and made sure there was no traffic oncoming, but I didn't. I'm also a little bit high, so I have to adjust both my attitude as well as my throttle settings in order to try to maintain 1,200 feet cruise. A fairly tight circuit that we're doing, so things happen fairly quickly. Turning to base.
Camden Tower Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar 1,300 feet to land.
Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar Camden Tower. QNH 101 enter left base runway 24.
Fly left base runway 24 Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar.
Tight turn to final.
Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar Windcom cleared to land runway 24.
500.
Cleared to land runway 24 Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar.
At this stage I feel way too high, so I come down quickly. Now I need to bleed off some airspeed in order to touch down at the correct speed that's but in the end I still bounce. Another thing with my rudder pedals is the brakes don't seem to be all that effective on the 172.
Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar exit runway when able.
But we managed to slow down and we're safely on the ground.
Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar, turn next. Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er for Cessna Golf Juliet Oscar. Camden Ground Cessna Victor Hotel. Golf Juliet Oscar taxi to parking.
Being a
Cessna
pilot
Victor Hotel.
is all about making good decisions, and as you see shortly, this is an area where I didn't make a very good decision. We've got
Taxiing to
a
general aviation
taxiway
parking using
there on our
taxiway
left,
Alpha 1
but
Foxtrot
the
Cessna
taxi
Golf
arrows
Juliet
are
Oscar.
taking us over the ground. I chose to follow the arrows because I didn't know whether I would pass or fail if I didn't follow the defined path. But as you can see, this is going to lead to a pretty bumpy ride. Oops. I was kind of regretting things at this point and contemplating going back to the taxiway, but I decided to proceed regardless. I don't know how my instructor felt about this this section of the taxiing, but I know I was starting to feel pretty seasick by the time we got through it. At this point, I'm not sure whether I'm getting my private pilot's license or an SUV license. And the end is in sight. Okay, let's see what the verdict is. Stop the engine and see what they've got to say.
Congratulations. You're on your way to become one hell of a pilot.
Well, look at that. Passed with an A grade. Now, I don't know if it would have been an A grade in the real world, but I'll take it for here. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please do remember to like and subscribe and click that notification bell if you'd like to see more content from Grandpa playing games in the future. We'd certainly love to have you on board. Thank you, and bye for now.